Good morning, friends. Today I am going to discuss the second chapter, that is the address, written by Marga Minko. Today we are going to discuss about the author, the theme, the introduction, and the message of this chapter. We will start with the author. Marga Minko was born in 1920 in Netherlands. She is the only member of immediate family to have survived the Second World War. Her father, mother, brother, sister, and all were deported to concentration camps, but none of them survived. She ultimately died of falling in an uncovered well in 2005, just before her 85th birthday. This is similar to the story that we read last year in 10th class about a Jew family, the diary of Anne Frank, where she has given an account of the life in a concentration camp. I will give the introduction. The persecution of Dutch Jews during the Second World War. I think you are quite familiar. You have read about Hitler and how Jews were discriminated, they were alienated, and ultimately they were brutally killed also. This we can get to know from the diary of Anne Frank. Here also it's a similar account. It speaks about the personal challenges we all must face as in resolving crises in our own lives, how we must face a crisis in our life. The story describes the events before and after the war, as the female narrator attempts to confront her past during the war, before the war, all those times. She also visits the place, that's why this address has been given, where her family's past belongings were stored. A non-Jewish neighbor's house where they kept all their belongings so that in future, if everything settles down, they can take those things away. Coming to the theme, the address by Marga Minko revolves around the theme of crisis that we encounter in our day-to-day life. War brings with it destruction, pain, and loss of lives, which impact humans in various ways. However, this story speaks about the narrator and mother's life, how they are disrupted due to war. War is a thing that spoils life of everyone. And this must be understood that there are very less people who gain from war, and it is the general public who suffer during the war. The key idea that the author emphasizes is to portray the disruption and catastrophic impact that war has brought to the life of narrator and her family, mother, because she was very close to her mother. Author also comments upon the memories by saying that they lose their value when seen again or detached from the context, and suggests that such painful past must be retrieved and they need to move on in life. We cannot live on with the past that has happened to us. It can be very painful, but still life is more about it, and we must go on continuing our life. That's why those things, when they are detached, they are taken away, they are snatched from our lives, they lose their value. And we must think about moving on in the life. To continue, central idea that it focuses is emotional distortion caused by war. How mentally, not only physically, mentally also a person is disturbed during the war. The story describes the memories and remembering on what is worth remembering and what is worth forgetting. There are some things we must remember, like the relations, we must remember. But things, as we go on to read, things we must forget in our life. We don't value things when they are with us, but we start valuing them when they are snatched away from us. As we see in this chapter, the narrator didn't value the things when they were with her. But when they were taken away, she went away. Then she had a desire to come in contact with those, touch those, feel those. That's why when ultimately she resolves to forget the address, it tells that things lose their value when you see them again, torn out of context. They don't have the particular relevance that you might have thought of. Messages. The address Bamagame is a short story highlighting human predicament that follows war. After war, people think that maybe things will be normal, but things are never like that, the same. The story beautifully delineates the pain, anguish, and mental torture of the survivors of war. The story also gives the message to the peacefully and to live peacefully and sympathize with those who are war victims. No one should behave like Mrs. Darling did. She took unwanted advantage of the war and took away all the belongings. That must never be done. She further added to the narrator's pain by not returning her mother's belongings. Just a short view of the characters. Narrator Marga Minko herself. Mrs. S is the mother of the narrator. Then Mrs. Darling, an acquaintance, known of narrator's mother, a girl of 15 whom Marga Minko meets while she goes to the address. She is daughter of Mrs. Darling. Today we will end up over here. Next time we will do the summary of the chapter. Till then, bye.